All right. So good morning, everyone. My name is Kim with Two Hearts Dance and Yoga. And today we do not have a speaker, but I wanted to mention that today's donation and funds will go to National Alliance on Mental Illness Philly. So that's NAMI Philly. They're normally known as NAMI Philly. And we also have a walk going on with them. So if you're interested in signing up for our walk with Two Hearts Dance and Yoga team, feel free to join at namiwalk.org to join our team. If you're interested in, again, joining that, check out their website, and of course, all donations go towards the cause.
Where is the walk?
I'm not sure. I'm assuming in Center City or by the Art Museum.
Do you know when it is?
It's October 9th. Good question. Yes.
Okay.
So October 9th is when the walk is, and I might be there. So
Okay.
keep a lookout for that. All right, so let's get started with yoga. Things are working. Okay, perfect. And for today's practice, you'll need 2 blocks, a strap, and of course, anything that makes you feel comfortable during Shavasana. And then if you are able to mute yourself, and for those that are hopping off early, thank you for showing up and being here. So let's get to it. All right. Coming into a comfortable seat, gently close your eyes, relax your shoulders, start to tune into your breath. Inhale through your nose, exhale side out. Feel free to bring your hands face down for grounding, face up for receiving, whatever you feel you need today. Placing your hand over your heart, feeling your breath, tune into your heartbeat. Inhale your hands to heart center for Anjali Mudra, a sign and gesture of peace. Bowing to your heart, which is never further from your breath. Gathering your intention for today's practice. Inhale through your nose. Exhale side out. Feel free to join me for one Om or just listen. Inhale. Gently down to your heart. Releasing your hands, blinking, open your eyes. Let me just double check my connection. Perfect. Coming into a tabletop. For those that have been in my class before, you know where we're going with this. Hug the belly in, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, head in line with spine, and breathe. Exhale, drop the belly down, bring the gaze up for cat and cow. Going at your own breath and pace. Can you guys hear me well? Do a few more like this at your own breath and pace. Two more breaths here. At usually like to wiggle out my hips, stretching out the side body. Whenever you're feeling a little tight in cat-cow, you can always just wiggle from side to side. Coming into a neutral spine, inhale your right hand up, exhale, sweep it through, or thread the needle. Feel free to bring your hand out in front of you for more leverage. Inhale through your nose. You can stay in your thread the needle here. Exhale, gently release, plant your hand, bring back your left hand to a tabletop. Exhale your left hand up, sweep it through for thread the needle. Same thing here, moving your right hand out for more leverage. Feeling the stretch in your shoulder and your back body. We're slowly starting to warm up. And breathe. Exhale, slowly unwind, coming back into our table. Inhale, stretch out your right leg out behind you, shoulders on your back. And breathe. Start to rock that foot back and forth, feeling the stretch in your calf. Exhale, coming into neutral. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale the right leg back. Couldn't think of that side. Hug the belly in and breathe. See if you can bring that arm and leg up just a little bit more. Exhale, gently release, switching sides. Left leg back, rocking back and forth, shoulders on the back. Coming into a neutral, exhale, both arm and leg up to the sky. Exhale, hug the belly in and breathe. See if you can go just a little bit higher. Exhale, gently release. Wiggle it out here. Bring your hands out, 2 handprints out in front of you. Root down through your hands. Down. Pedal it out here. And of course, at any point in your practice, you can always come into child's pose if you feel down dog is too much. Gently step or hop to the top of your mat, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up for mountain pose. Shoulders on your back, releasing your shoulders from your ears. And breathe. Exhale, swan dive. Plant your hands. Step your right foot back for a low lunge. Inhale, hands to the sky. Rooting down through those legs, keeping in mind your hip. So the tendency here is that we tend to drop our hip. We want to bring that hip back. Hug the belly in, shoulders on the back. And breathe. Exhale, release your hands. Step your right foot back up to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Mountain pose, same thing here, releasing your shoulders. Exhale, swan dive. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. Root down through those feet before you rise. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Notice your hip. Bend a little bit deeper into that front knee. Exhale, swan dive, step it up, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back with both of your feet now, coming into a plank. Inhale through your nose, exhale, lower down, chaturanga. And breathe. You can always lower down to chaturanga on your knees. So what that looks like is here. Once you get down into chaturanga, inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Whew. Inhale to down dog. Exhale your right leg up for three-legged dog. Open up the hips. You can circle the hip. If this is too much, you can always come down to your knee and do sort of a modified fire hydrant dog. Exhale, gently release. Inhale, left leg up. Same thing here. Rotate that hip. Exhale, lower. Stretch it out in a child's pose. Grab some water if needed. Catch your breath. Inhale, coming back into down dog. Pedaling it out. Step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it through. Up to mountain. Releasing our shoulders. Exhale, swan dive. Planting our hands. Stepping it back to plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Exhale, child's pose. So we're getting into sun salutations. Do a few more like that. Maybe two more. Exhale, coming into down dog. Making your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up, mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive. Step it back into your plank. Coming forward. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Last one here. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Releasing our shoulders. Exhale, swan dive. Exhale, step it back. Plank. Exhale, lower down. Chaturanga. Whew. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Exhale, child's pose. And breathe. Sun salutations on a rainy day always feels great. Feel free to grab some water here. I'm gonna grab mine and lift it back here. One more breath in your child's pose. And when you're ready, you can meet me in down dog. Pedal up your dog here. Notice the difference from our first dog to this dog now. Are we more open? Are we still feeling stiff? If so, just be mindful of your body. Inhale your right leg up. Sweep it through, catch your lunge. You have blocks here, this is the perfect time to grab them. Root down through your legs, shoulders on the back. Plant your hand on your left block. Inhale your right hand up for a twisted lunge. Start to root down. Do that right hip. And breathe. Exhale, plant your hand. Moving your blocks. Plant your hand, step your foot back. Down dog. Inhale your left leg up. Sweep it through. Catch your lunge. Same thing here. Grabbing your blocks. Root down to your legs. Plant your right hand on your block or the floor, whatever is closest to you. Start to twist, open, and breathe. Feeling what we call tapas. Tapas is a limb of yoga from the yamas and niyamas. Exhale, plant your hands, step it through, down dog. So yes, tapas means heat, and it also stands for transition. So let's slowly transition to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up to mountain. And let's gather our breath here. So in our mountain, hands come by our side. We've been doing a lot of upward and downward movements. So let's realign our body for a second. Standing in our mountain. So with our eyes gently closed, regather your breath or your intentions. Perfect time to revisit your intention. Maybe shake out your hands, your neck, even your shoulders. Inhale your hands up, taking our way back into our mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive. Planting our hands, this time stepping back into a down dog. Pedal it out here. Hug the belly in. Releasing our head from our shoulders. Inhale the right leg up. Sweep it through. Catch your lunge. And if you ever feel like your lunge, it just didn't get long enough, you can always step your back foot back. You never want to step your front foot forward because you get kind of stuck. So if you ever feel like you're in a lunge and you kind of get shorted, always step that back foot back. So that way you can extend yourself even longer. So we're in our lunge, shoulders on our back. Exhale, drop that back foot down. Cartwheel your hands open, warrior two. Shoulders on our back. Start to bring your torso towards the back also. Bending deeper into that front knee. And breathe. Exhale, revolve your warrior. Inhale, elbow to knee. Left arm to the sky. And breathe. Exhale, straighten out that bottom leg, that front leg. Drop that bottom arm. You can always grab a block here. Twisting your heart out. One more breath here. Slowly move the block out the way. Bending that front knee, making your way back into warrior. Whew. And breathe. Tapas is rising today. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Moving any props out the way. Flip that back foot. Sweep it through. Down dog. Pedal it out. Feel a difference from side to side. One leg may feel longer. Inhale the left leg up. Sweep it through. Catch your lunge. Drop that back foot down. Move down to your leg. Inhale. Cartwheel your hands open. And breathe. Exhale, revolve your warrior. Sink in a little bit deeper into that front knee. Inhale, elbows to knee, top arm to the sky. Notice if your shoulder is starting to sink in, you want to hug that shoulder on the back and breathe. Exhale, back into our, oh, I forgot a pose. Exhale, straighten out that front leg. Coming into our extended side angle. Opening our heart to the sky. Exhale now, back into our warrior two. Slowly rising up. Cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Flip that back foot. Sweep it through. Down dog. Whew. Inhale your right leg up. Sweep it through. Coming into pigeon pose. I almost lost the word for this pose. My favorite pose. Pigeon stretches out and releases a lot of tension in our hips. So hug the back knee in. Feel free to point and flex your toes. Shoulders on the back. Hug the belly in. Once you have all of that, making sure that you're not dropping into that left hip or that right hip. We want to be balanced in the center. Once you have all of that, you can lower down or you can stay where you are. And breathe. Hang out here for a second. Feeling the stretch in your back body simultaneously with your hip. There's a lot going on, but it feels so great. Take a few more breaths here. Last breath here. Coming onto our hands, lifting that back leg up. Sweep your front leg through, down dog. Whew. Feeling the difference from side to side. Pigeon pose is definitely one of those poses where I feel a major difference from one, excuse me, one leg to the other. Inhale the left leg up. Sweep it through. Catch your pigeon. Whatever you did on the other side, either point or flex your toes. Shoulders on the back. Hug the belly in. Keeping in mind not to drop onto your hips. Keeping things centered and squared. Once you have all of that, you can then lower down to your elbows. and breathe. Maybe even making an audible sound with your breath. You can bring in your Ujjayi breath, which is just a breath that sounds like an ocean. Constricted breath behind your throat sometimes helps to release any stress. One more breath here. Gently plant your hands, lifting that back foot up, sweeping your front foot through for down dog. Shaking our head out in our dog, pedaling it up here. Exhale, lower down, child's pose. Slowly coming into what we call superhero pose. If this is not acceptable for you, feel free to come into cross-legged seat. Staying in our superhero pose for just a second. Reaching our right hand back, planting our hand, and our left hand back, planting our other hand. Slowly coming into what we call camel. Reaching your heart out to the sky, lifting your seat off of your heels. If that is ever too much, you can just stay here or stay in your cross-legged seat. So if you want to try that one more time, rotate your hands out, coming here and here. Stretching our quads and our heart. Slowly coming out of it, bringing your head up last. Shaking it out, swinging your legs through. For those that are not in a seat, come to a seat. And bring your feet together for into a book style pose, I guess it would be called. Hugging your ankles in, shoulders on your back. And as always, be mindful as to what your body wants and needs. Never push yourself too far. The purpose of yoga is for your body, not for you to copy me exactly how I do things. But I'm here for an option, for guidance. So folding into yourself, feeling where you land, that may be different for everyone else. Opening up your hips in this pose, shoulders on your back. You can even give yourself a little foot massage here. Always squeezing your toes, sort of a form of acupuncture almost. Slowly rolling up, one vertebrae at a time, shaking it out. Moving any of your bottom out the way. Inhale, hug your right leg in. Sitting up straight and tall, pointing your toes to the sky, your straight leg. Once you have all of that, feel free to cross it over and open and rotate. And breathe. One more breath here. I feel so much more open compared to the start of class. Slowly unwind, releasing that leg, switching sides. Hug the left knee in, Point the straight leg, toes to the sky. Hugging the leg over to the other side, rotating to the back. And breathe. Heart to the sky. Revisit your intention while you're breathing. One more breath here. Slowly unwind, shaking it out. Coming to the center of your mat. Let's cross our legs again. And for those that want to go further, feel free to come into Lotus Pose. Bringing our right hand out to the side of us. Exhale your left hand out and over. Stretching out your side body. So let me turn to the side or to the front so you can see me. So we're in our lotus or a cross leg, wherever is comfortable for you. Stretching our left hand up to the side, up to the ceiling, and our right hand down beside us. You can even slowly start to bend your right arm, bring that elbow to the mat. Making sure that we're not here, that's too far. If you ever get to this point, you want to just take it back. We want to open our heart to the sky. Slowly unwind. Let's do a counter stretch for that side. Inhale, coming back to center. Bringing our left hand out to the side. Exhale the right hand up and over. Slowly start to bend that elbow if it's reachable for you. Feeling the side body stretch, and again, we want to have our heart open. Slowly unwind, coming back to center. Counter stretch here, bringing both arms to the side. Slowly unwind, replacing your feet, shaking it out here. That was a lot of twisting. All right, so let's actually come back into our tabletop. And grab some water if you need it. So let's come into our tabletop. Inhale. And revisit that cat and cow from earlier. And notice any difference here. It's always interesting to see where our bodies landed. Once you have done 2 or 3 cat-cows, meet me in down dog. So I know we went from seating to, now we're going back into down dog. But you'll see where we're going with this. Inhale, the right leg up. Sweep it through to catch your pigeon. And now we can notice the difference in our pigeon for all those hip stretches and all those side stretches tend to give us more space in our pigeon. Hug your belly in, shoulders on the back. And see if you can try to extend your back knee back just a little bit. Never push yourself, just try and see if you can. If it's too much, just back off. Once you have all of that, you can lower down and breathe. You can even start to play with bending and flexing that straight leg. Point and flex your toes. Always keeping in mind your hips. So for those that want to go deeper, feel free to keep your leg bent, coming back into our hands. Our hands are on our mat. Exhale, this is where you'll need your strap. You can either grab your strap, reaching back with your right hand for your left foot. Open up your heart. So if you can't reach your foot, that's totally fine. That's what the strap is here for. Grabbing your strap, opening up your heart, and breathe. Shoulders on the back. Exhale, gently release that strap. Slowly plant your hands and your feet, bringing that back foot up, sweeping it through for down dog. Pedaling it out here, switching sides. Left leg up, sweep it through, pigeon. Same thing here. If you feel it's in your practice, definitely bring that back leg back just 1 or 2 inches, nothing too strainful. Shoulders on your back, hug the belly in. Once you have all of that, lower down. Also start to bend, point, and flex. Planting your hands. For those that did so on the other side, feel free to either stay in your regular pigeon or bringing your strap over to the other side with your left hand, grabbing your right foot, shoulders on the back, point and flex that foot. You can always loop your strap through and bring it on back. Whatever is accessible to you. 2 more breaths here. Slowly release. Planting your hand and your foot. Set that back foot up. Sweep it through. Down dog. Exhale, lower down. Back into our table. Sweeping our legs through. Coming back onto our seat. Shake it out. And let's come back into our sort of diamond leg pose. And see if we notice any difference here. Shoulders on our back. Exhale, fold into yourself. Inhale, slowly unwind. Straightening out your legs, shaking it out. Coming to the top of your mat, hugging your knees in. And rocking and rolling onto our back. We're going to make sure we don't have anything in our way. Rock and roll. As we make our way onto our backs. Hug your knees in and rock from side to side. Massaging the lower back, the sciatic nerve. You can even start to make some circular motions with your knees. We did a lot of hip openers today to help release any stress or any tension in there. Start to rotate the other way if you haven't done so already. Coming into neutral whenever you're ready. Flattening or placing our feet on the mat. Shoulders are on our back. Elbows by your ribs, fingertips to the sky for robot arms. Inhale, pelvis to the sky. for bridge. Hug the knees in and see if you can come up 1 more inch higher. And breathe. If it's in your practice, feel free to go into wheel, making sure to be aware of preventing any injuries. Slowly lower down, windshield wiper from side to side. You can even rotate your wrists. Once you get over to the left side, drop it over. You can cactus your arms here or use your left arm to sort of feel where your hip is. Feeling that side body stretch. Inhale back to center. Windshield wiper. Until you get to the right side. Inhale through your nose. Exhale side out. So back to center. Inhale the right ankle over the left knee. Sweep your hands through. Catch your thigh. And breathe. You can either straighten out your leg or keep your leg bent. I like to keep my leg bent. It helps to go deeper if needed. Point and flex your toes, keeping your feet active. And sometimes if you don't feel the stretch in your pigeon, you can always sort of push on the top of your thigh and keeping your other hand on your other thigh underneath and feeling that stretch. One more breath here. Gently release. Left ankle over right knee. Inhale, sweep it through. Point and flex your toes. Inhale through your nose. Exhale side out. Same thing here. If you did it on the other side, feel free to push that top of the thigh down. Gently release. Planting both feet on the mat. Windshield wiper from side to side. So this time we're going to go into our twist, but we're going into a deeper twist. So bring your hips over to the right. Cactus your arms, dropping your knees over. You can always cross it over for a deeper supine twist. So that was again, you can always also cross-leg your feet and drop it over. Or you can stack your knees for a deeper stretch. Bring your gaze over to the opposite side. And you can feel the difference from this supine twist to the other supine twist, where it's a little bit, this one's a little bit deeper. Inhale, slowly start to unwind, releasing your foot, coming back to that center. This time, bring your hips over to the left. However you got there, you can either drop your knees over and then cross, or you can cross while you're up here and then drop. And bringing your gaze over to the other side. I'm just gonna stay here so that you can hear me better. Inhale through your nose, exhale side out. Slowly start to unwind, coming back into center, bringing those hips back to the middle of your mat. And let's come into another bridge pose. So elbows are by your side, fingertips to the sky, hug the knees in. Hug the belly in, squeeze the knees to the center. Shoulders on the back, exhale, pelvis to the sky. And now we can hug our knees in. Inhale, releasing your chin from your chest, seeing if you can go another inch higher. And for those that want to go deeper, feel free to come to your tippy toes or come into a full wheel. Exhale, slowly unwind. Windshield wiper from side to side. Coming into a neutral, shaking out those wrists. Inhale your legs to the sky for a slight inversion. Pointing and flexing your toes, rotating your feet. You can always hold on to the back of your thighs. And if it's in your practice, feel free to come into a plow pose if it's accessible to you. And for those that don't know what plow is, you would just slowly bring your legs. This is a modified version. I'm not going to do the full version. You can bring your feet and your toes closer to you. Gently release. Shaking it out. Let's try that one more time. So inversions are good. So we do an inversion with our forward fold. And this is sort of like a reverse inversion. And inversions are good to release stress. So if you ever have a stressful day at work, you can always just come onto your back and put your legs up a wall or just hang out here. And it will help so much. So whenever you're ready, calm down. And at this point in our practice, feel free to come into a happy baby or any other poses that you feel you missed. Maybe another inversion, maybe another wheel, or maybe you're just ready for Shavasana. And whenever you're ready, you can take up space on your mat. And your hands out beside you, your legs stretched out long. Coming back into your neutral breath. Starting to tune in to your heartbeat. Maybe even revisit your attention. Relaxing your body down to the earth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, side out. Start to bring some movement back into your body. Wiggling out your toes, your fingers. Shaking your head from left to right. Slowly making your way into a fetal position. Hugging your body in. Thanking yourself for being here, showing up. Inhale, using your strong arms, coming into a comfortable seat. With your eyes gently closed. Shoulders on the back. Hands facing up or down for grounding or receiving. Inhale through your nose. Exhale your hands to heart center. Down into your heart, which is never further from your breath. Feel free to join me for one Om or just listen. Inhale. Om. The light within me honors and sees the shining light within you. Namaste. Thanks for showing up today. Just a quick reminder, today's donation goes towards the National Association of Mental Illness, and we will also be having a walk. So if you're interested in signing up, feel free to sign up at NAMIwalk.org. And again, that's August 9th. If you're interested, thank you so much for everyone that showed up.
October 9th.
October 9th, thank you. October 9th, yes. And we'll have more information on our Instagram page, as well as twoheartsdanceandyoga.com. So if you're interested in signing up, see you all next time. Have a good weekend.
Kim, I hope your mom is well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so
Take good care.
much. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.